Inflation is impacting us in so many different ways. We are talking food and housing, our living expenses. So with us today is University of Denver Professor of Finance, Matt Clouse. Good morning, Professor. Thanks so much for your time today.
Good morning.
Yeah, wanted to just see if you could give us just a synopsis of inflation right now in Colorado. Specifically, what are we seeing?
Well, we're seeing rising prices, and just like we are both all over the nation and globally, because of many, many factors, all that contribute to that.
You know, when we look at people negotiating salaries and raises, how often is it actually keeping up with inflation and meeting those needs?
Well, until this year, it had been, because inflation was only about 1 or 2% per year. But now we've got inflation 7.5% and no real good signs of when that might abate.
Mm-hmm. So on that topic, can you talk a little bit about the big factors right now and what it would take to alleviate some of this?
Well, one of the biggest factors right now is Russia's invasion into Ukraine, and that's driving the oil prices well over $100 per barrel. And the oil price, oil is used as a factor of production for many, many things, not just gasoline. And so that's driving the prices of many items up. We have the supply chain issues that are preventing us from getting goods and services into our system. And that contributes to a shortage of supply, which adds to the inflation. And then we've got a lot of government spending that has happened recently, and that's been driving prices up as well.
Yeah, I was just talking about a family member in Washington State who paid over $5 a gallon for gas just a couple of days ago. What are you worried about when it comes to just the long-term ripple effects of having high inflation like this?
Well, one thing that people need to realize is that we've got a lot of high wages now. Businesses are increasing wages to people, and those aren't going to go down. So those are costs to the business. Those costs to the business are passed through to the consumer in terms of higher prices. So if people are now getting $20 an hour, where before they were getting 15 or 13, that's not going to go back down to that lower level. It's going to stay a high cost.
So just to wrap this up then quickly, I mean, are we looking to be in this situation for the long term? Or, I mean, what should people be kind of bracing themselves for?
I think they need to brace themselves for the long term. The Russian crisis, we don't know when that's going to end. And the other problems, the supply chain issue, not producing enough goods domestically, all those can't be fixed quickly.
All right. Thank you so much for this perspective. We really appreciate it, Professor. Let's get a check
Thank
of the
you.
weather.